Task 1, Part 2, Qualities for Coaching for Performance and Fitness. So, in this scenario, we have professionalism, timekeeping, and organisation. Before the session has begun, the coach turns up 30 minutes early to prepare and set up all appropriate drills, so the session can run smoothly. The session can be adapted depending on ability. This gives all participants equal opportunity, and the coach can adjust technical language depending on the level of ability. This scenario, like I said, has 3 examples of different qualities. Professionalism is shown in this scenario as the coach is behaving appropriately. This is described when the coach makes this scenario adaptable to give participants equal opportunity and adjust technical language depending on their ability. Furthermore, a coach who demonstrates professionalism would also promote national governing bodies, codes of conduct, fair play, and respect all people within a competitive and sporting environment. For example, referees, other officials, and the opposing team. Next, we have timekeeping. In this example, the coach turns up 30 minutes early to prepare the session. This links to organisation because if you have good timekeeping, it's most likely that you have good organisation. A coach with these qualities will make sure all athletes know the location and time of training or competitive matches, ensure the facilities are appropriate and booked, and there is appropriate planning for the session. Also, to make sure all equipment is prepared and functional. So here we have an example of positive attitude, enthusiasm, and being a role model. The coach was required to deliver a session outside in the cold. Participants were reluctant to take part, but enjoyed being around the coach and were then persuaded to participate. In this scenario, positive attitude which the coach displayed when persuading participants to engage in the activity, which they were originally not in favour for, shows how when a coach has a positive outlook, it can radiate onto the participants. Furthermore, positive attitude is about treating all participants fairly and encouraging success. This means your feedback should be fair, identifying strengths and highlighting areas of development. Secondly, we have being enthusiastic. As a coach, it's important to show a sense of passion and love for the sport. If a coach appears as positive, it rubs off onto performers, and delivering a session in a positive manner keeps performers enthusiastic. Lastly, being viewed as a role model allows a coach to maintain control and show appropriate behaviour, using appropriate language and overall setting a good example for participants. So in this example, we have adaptable, awareness of individual, empathy, and approachable. The scenario is, upon arrival, the coach greets all participants and gives off a friendly demeanour. When participants are late, this does not change. The coach maintains the flow of the session and professionalism, adapting the session to fit more participants. At the end of the session, the coach talks in private to the late participant, keeping all information confidential. In this scenario, there are 4 qualities. So we have being adaptable, which is shown in the scenario when the coach adjusts the session plan due to more participants arriving late. This shows the coach needs the ability to find solutions to problems quickly. The faster a coach can find alternatives, the more efficient the session becomes, and valuable time isn't wasted. Having an awareness of individuals is key for a coach, as all participants are different and have different needs, which a coach can keep in mind when delivering the session. Showing empathy to participants shows them a sense of support for circumstances, pressures, and their ability. As a coach, you must be patient due to the factors usually being out of your control, like in this example where you have a participant turning up late. Being approachable allows participants to feel more comfortable in the presence of a coach. They should feel able to ask questions, seek advice and guidance. Coaches should have a friendly demeanour, which should make them more approachable but maintain professionalism by not getting too close to athletes. Analytical and observant. So the scenario is a coach teaching basketball spends a majority of their time analysing the athletes, often taking them out of the game situation and giving them a balance of positive and constructive feedback on their shooting, passing or dribbling, helping the athlete understand how to further develop. In this scenario, the coach is being analytical and observant. When watching sports performers, a coach must be able to analyse the fine details of the athlete's movement and actions to identify areas of development. When setting objectives for an athlete, a coach must be aware of their ability and level of fitness. There should be clear stages and goals which an athlete can aim for. This closely links to being observant, as a coach who is observant will find it easier to identify strengths and weaknesses within a performance game, ensuring feedback to performers is more in-depth and detailed. So here we have problem solver, responsive and reactive. A swimming coach was struggling to explain the concept of a tumble turn to the swimming class. In response, the coach decided to change into a swimming costume to demonstrate a tumble turn, so the class have a visual representation of the skill being performed, making it easier to learn. In this scenario, the three qualities are demonstrated. Being able to problem solve as a coach is important. Finding solutions to problems within a session ensures the session runs as smoothly as possible. If a problem is solved quickly, less time is wasted, making it more efficient and beneficial to the development of participants' ability. Being responsive and reactive allows a coach to react quickly, making the correct decisions in the correct amount of time. Also, using past experiences can help a coach adapt the session and make the right decision to make it more productive. So finally, we have reflective knowledge, confidence and experience. During a competitive football match, the coach signals to the team to apply a high press, attempting to win the ball back. The determination of the team wins them the game. And following the game, the coach evaluates the performance, looking at what was successful and the areas of development, which can be implemented into the next training session. Being able to learn from past experiences, being reflective and giving yourself positive and constructive feedback allows a coach to develop and improve in the future. Having an abundance of knowledge surrounding the sport allows a coach to understand what the technical, tactical and fitness demands of the game are. Confidence is important for a coach. If you display confidence to a group of participants, it will radiate. They will believe they can achieve the goals set out. This self-belief is key to success for the participant. Furthermore, coaches can use appropriate levels of confidence to apply different tactics in competitive situations by signals and verbal instructions.